Hi people, I am back with another video. I have a little helper down here, so you might hear him. Hopefully he does okay. Okay, so, bless you. So, I wanted to do a video of what I used, what I didn't use in my hospital bag. I feel like I did okay with packing. There's definitely some stuff I wouldn't have needed to bring, but I did okay, and I did pretty minimal, so I just wanted to give like a follow-up. I thought it might be helpful. I don't know, maybe not, but when I had a chance. Sorry about the lighting, it's like 7 at night, so I don't know if it's better without this light on, with this light. I'm just gonna go with it. So you can go ahead and go watch that video if you want, just so you know what I'm talking about, because I'm not good at editing, so I can't like pop in like the piece of the video that I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna go over, and I'm not gonna show you everything again because I have it all put away or used it or whatever. So yeah, go watch that if you want to kind of like know what I'm talking about somewhat. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. So we brought I got those little travel pillows from Walmart in that video, and I brought this blanket that's actually on the bed, but I just threw those in the car. And a little backstory, my water broke. Like, we were laying in bed chilling, and I got up to like go, I think one of our cats got out, and I got up to go to the bathroom and go see about the cat. And I went to the bathroom, came out to the kitchen, which this will be in my birth story I'm gonna do, and my water broke. So we weren't like in a big hurry, but kind of. So that's kind of like a backstory. Like, we weren't like induced and stuff. So anyway, I had those. I just threw them in the car, and we ended up not taking them in. Like, they actually, people said like, oh, they barely have any pillows. Like, both rooms that we were in, like the whole cabinet was just full of pillows and blankets. They were pretty good about getting us blankets, and it was less stuff we didn't have to haul. I was kind of letting it up to him if he wanted a thicker blanket, whatever, but they were really good with the pillows and the blankets. It worked. Like, I'm really not a fussy person, but I just wanted that just in case, like, we got one like flat pillow, that was it, you know. And then that was all I had like outside of the bag. So then inside, and also my fiance, he packed a backpack, and he just stuffed like 3 outfits in it, like 3 under boxers, socks, a t-shirt, shorts. He honestly didn't use any of that. He wore a sweatshirt there because it was like 9 o'clock at night, but he used, actually I take that back, I think he used like basketball shorts out of it, but he ended up having to go home every day for our dog, so he just went home, got a shower every morning. So he used like one thing out of his bag and he didn't use any of the toiletries, which I didn't really pack very specific ones for him, but honestly he didn't even need a bag. So yeah, but not everybody's gonna go home or has to go home, or I kind of thought we'd have somebody take care of the dog so he wouldn't go home, because we don't live super close. Like, we live probably a good 25 minutes away, so I wasn't really planning on him going home. Like, I thought we'd have somebody to care for the dog, but we didn't. So anyway, that's just his bag he didn't use. But now going into my bag, I had like on the outside pocket, like I brought wipes, because it seems like people, not like recently, but I've heard that like the hospital has wipes, but they're just like wet, or they're just dry cloths that you have to wet, and I figured that would be like really inconvenient, especially if I had to do it and couldn't get up or whatever. So I did bring a pack of wipes, and I was going to use them for like my face too, but honestly I didn't use them because they actually had wipes that were wet there, so I didn't need to bring that. And then I had grocery bags on the outside, and I didn't really need those. We didn't really have dirty clothes, to be honest. So then I had a little bag, like a little makeup bag that I called like my bedside bag, which that was probably like my most used thing out of the bag. And I pretty much just had I don't know what I don't think I wrote down. I didn't really write down what was in there. I thought I did. Well, I used everything in that bag. I think I had like a phone stand, my earbuds, like face mist. Sorry, I thought I wrote this down. I just wrote what I didn't use out of it, which was like 2 things. But chapstick, I had like makeup remover wipes, like the single packs. I think I had Lifesavers in there. Bless you, bless you. It was just I think that was pretty much it. And I used everything out of there except I had those C bands. I didn't need those. I really wasn't nauseous my whole labor, and I had lemon packets and I didn't use those. But everything else, like I said, I had chapstick, hand sanitizer, because I was kind of in bed. Like it was hard for me to get out of bed because I had a C-section. Little preview to my birth story. But yeah, I just had like, you know, a few little odds and ends that I would want to have. And that was my most used bag, and I'm glad I did that, because instead of just having it all in the bag somewhere and having him like, can you get me this out? Like, it was very convenient. And then I had a makeup bag, which I really didn't use any of that until I went home. And I really didn't have to use that then, but I had time and I figured I have to put makeup on, why not? And then the toiletry bag, I used everything in there except the deodorant I brought for him and the toothbrush I brought for him. So I had like, you know, a hairbrush, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, a little razor, toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash, face wash. I think that was it. And face moisturizer. So it was pretty basic, nothing fancy, but I used everything out of there except the 2 things for him. And then I had an extra little, I had it stuff in packing cubes, but I had a little packing cube. It had a portable speaker in, which we didn't end up using. We were actually just trying to sleep, to be honest, and then during the day we kind of watched TV or was on our phones or we had visitors. I had the portable fan and charger, which a portable fan I didn't use when I thought I was going to use it. Like, I thought I would use it in labor, but I was actually kind of cold, and like you could adjust the temperature in the room, so I didn't really need the fan, and I didn't push, so I didn't use it. But actually after, in our postpartum room, I got hot a few times, so I used it then. So I was glad I had it. I just didn't use it when I thought I would or when people said you would. And I also had the big long charger for that and the speaker, which we used. And then I had like a container of pills that had like stool softener, Tylenol, my prenatal, Tums. I didn't use any of that. I was going to, and then they just gave me stuff and I didn't want to hassle with it. So I didn't need to bring that. And then I had like a little bag with breastfeeding stuff. I had Lancino like nipple cream, nursing pads, and nipple shields. I didn't need any of that. They had the Lancino. They gave me a little tube of it, and I didn't need the nipple shields, and I did fine without them even still. And I didn't need the pads at the hospital, but it didn't take up much room. And then I had that I didn't use shorts, and I can't remember what the heck the shorts were. Anyway, if you watch that video, you'll know what that is, I guess. Hey, we gotta make it through the video. So yeah, I can't remember what the heck the shorts were, but I didn't use them, so they weren't important, I guess. And then I brought another packing cube with snacks, which I ate a couple of them out. Honestly, I wasn't, like, I had him at 9 o'clock at night, and they let me eat up. Like, I ate all through labor, so I wasn't starved. Like, honestly, I wasn't hungry at all after I had the surgery and got back to my room. I just want to go to sleep. So, like somebody said, it'd be good to have if you had them at night and like cafeteria wasn't open, you're probably starving. I wasn't. So I ate a few like during the day, but honestly, I could have done without them probably. And then my aunt brought us a big bag with like candy and stuff, so I had a little bit of that. But the snacks, I honestly could have just skipped. Then I brought a notebook and some pens. I didn't use those. I brought a marker, like we have his name sign, which I showed you. I think. Well, anyway, it's over there, but I brought a marker and I brought an extra wood inside because we made it, and I was gonna write like his date, time, weight, and all that, but I ended up not. We ended up just using that, his name, and then I just put his stats when I put the picture on line. I just put in there, so I didn't use any of that stuff. Like we used his name on, just not the extra one. And then I brought an ultrasound picture, which I didn't pull out and you look at. I don't know if that makes me a horrible person or not, but they just said to bring that to like focus on during labor, but I didn't really need anything to focus on. Plus it was over there, I couldn't get up to go get it. And then I brought a paper for his footprints, but his, like a piece of cardstock that I was gonna like get his footprints on to put in his book, but I didn't use that because the delivery was kind of somewhat of an emergency, so like I wasn't even, like, we weren't allowed to bring stuff in there to the operating room. So we got his card from his bed, like at the hospital, his little crib at the hospital, so I do have his footprints on that. And then as far as like clothes, I didn't use any of my, I brought like 3 big pads. I thought maybe I would I brought 3 just in case I didn't like the hospitals. And then I brought 1 to use going home. Honestly, I just used the hospitals, and I brought some different kinds of underwear just mainly to see if I wanted to use those going home. I just used the hospital, and I used them even after I got home. So I didn't use any of that. And then I brought like a little dress. It could be like a nightgown, but like a tank top type dress. It's actually a dress. And then a robe. I did use both of those. I used a pair of socks, that like grippy socks that I brought. I used the hospital, and then when I got showered, I put on mine, I think. And I used the sleep bra, and then I had a regular nursing bra that I wore home. I used both of those, and then my going home outfit I used. So I used everything except the underwear, pretty much. And then as far as his stuff, I did use the gown. I dressed him in it like maybe day 2. I didn't use any of the onesies, the outfits, the shirts, any of the outfits I brought except that gown and his going home outfit, because he didn't fit in any of the other clothes that I brought, because he was 9 pounds 3 ounces and he didn't fit in any newborn clothes. So, and that's what I brought. And I was gonna bring, like I mentioned in that video, I switched out so many different times. I had 0 to 3 months in there or whatever, but honestly, his going home outfit like barely fit him, and that was, I think, a 0 to 3 month outfit. So yeah, but the gown, it's 0 to 6 months, like it's a gown, you know. But honestly, I didn't need to bring any clothes. Like, I'm fine that none of it fit, because he just stayed in the shirt and swaddled, except when I put him in that gown. So I'm not sad that none of the clothes fit. It's not like I was gonna dress him up anyway, because I didn't really care. So, but just if you want to, like, it's good to bring different sizes, because I'm like, oh, he'll fit newborn, because I've like, even if he is bigger, people say, oh, they still fit. I'm like, okay, I'm good. But just a side note for any of you guys, yeah, I mean, if you think he's gonna be big and whatever, it's probably a good idea to bring 0 to 3 if you want a bunch of options. But his going home outfit, he was able to wear home, and that was it. Like, he was too big for it then. Like, yeah. So I'm fine with that. It's just option for you. Like, it's definitely good to bring different sizes, I guess. So we used the 2 swaddle blankets that we brought, like the dark, I brought like a dark, like, it was like a jersey material, I think, and it's dark blue, and it came with a little beanie. We did that for his announcement pictures. So we did use that, and then I brought a big muslin swaddle blanket with like fish and whales on it. We used that like, I think, 1 day, not a whole lot. Please don't. No. Well, careful. I brought a gray hat. It was too small. Mittens, I never even once put mittens on him there or since he's been home. Like, he's scratched his face maybe a couple times, but he likes his little hands out, and I just didn't really feel the need. And I kept his nails, you know. like after he scratched his face, I saw that his nail needed like trim, so I just did it. So mittens were, I only bought like, they came with that hat set that didn't fit him. There came 3 hats and 3 pairs of mittens. I got it for the hat that said Baby Shark on it. I wanted him to wear, but it was too small, so it came with mittens. Otherwise, I don't think I would even bought mittens. We used I think I had 2 pairs of socks and booties. We didn't use the booties. I was gonna use them to go home with his going home outfit, but it was too hot outside, so he just wore 1 pairs of the sock, and then we had an extra pair that he didn't use. I didn't use the nail file, the pacifier clip, or the pacifiers. I gave him a pacifier for like 2 seconds, then I freaked out and like didn't give it to him. So that's what I did and didn't use in my hospital bag. So hopefully it was helpful to you guys and you enjoyed. So yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and yeah, give me a comment and I will get back to you. And don't forget to like, share, all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching.